If there was one time where we needed to hear one more thing that wasn't politics and all the drama that's happening around it, it's today. Because yes, Apple announced their new One More Thing event yesterday, and the list of things we're expecting is kind of significant. It looks like Samsung is already teasing a fan edition of the Galaxy Note 20, which we thought was the Note 20, and some new patents show us what LG's Project B could do, and it looks pretty cool. I'm Jaime Rivera, and yes, today is election day. I hope you voted. And regardless of who you picked, I hope we could still be friends tomorrow, because that's what's most important. This is Pocketnow Daily, sponsored by Subcase. Stick around to learn how you can win an iPhone 12. The official news today begin with deals, and you have to admit that the combo between Apple and Amazon has been pretty epic lately. Amazon currently has the brand new 10.2-inch iPad starting at $299 for the entry-level variant, meaning that's $30 off, and you can actually get more storage, going up to 128 gigs for $399. The latest 13-inch MacBook Pro is $149 off, which leaves the Intel Core i5, 8 gigs of RAM, and 256 gigs of storage variant for $1250. The new Powerbeats with Apple's H1 chip are also $20 off, leaving those at $130 shipped. And then taking a break from Apple deals for the new Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, it's back to $200 off, which leaves the US variant with 128 gigs of storage for $1099. And yes, this is the Snapdragon variant. We've got more deals in the description, in addition to a direct link to our article in Pocketnow.com that has even more. Now let's talk about special edition phones, something that I didn't think we were going to end up talking about in a year that has been anything but special edition. Well, about a week ago, OnePlus teased their first collaboration since they parted ways with McLaren with a CyberPunk 2077 OnePlus 8T. Well, it's finally official, and it's very different to say the least. It pretty much brings the same specifications of the vanilla 8T except for some extra RAM, storage, and the software skin they usually add to their limited edition phones. Where things are dramatically different is in the design, with the top of the phone being a full camera visor, sort of like if the Galaxy S20 Ultra was on steroids, and it includes Netrunner 2077 edition in the logo, as well as a barcode for the game. It comes in a yellow box with a pretty cool case that lets you feel different textures, though we would have loved to also get a yellow charger, to be honest. It's available in China for pre-orders for around $597 if you do the math, and yeah, we've read your comments, I know. OnePlus is crazy with those prices that they're using for the 8T in the United States. That should change. We just don't have availability for this phone outside of China. And yes, this is Techvember, or November Rain as we like to call it mostly. If you don't understand what that means, you're too young. But regardless, that means we're getting close to December, meaning we're getting close to the next generation Qualcomm Snapdragon. Well, the possible Qualcomm Snapdragon 875, which is codenamed Lahaina, just went through some Antutu benchmarks, showing off its improvements. It scored almost 847,000, which is a 25% jump over the 865, which scored 673,000 points. Just to give you context, the iPhone 12 scored 565,000, and the latest Kirin and Exynos scored around 696,000. That could call the 875 significantly superior, but come on, these are just benchmarks. According to Antutu, the RAM and the storage configurations have a lot to do with the final scores. We'll have to see what we actually get with this chip. We are getting close to Qualcomm's Tech Summit, so stay tuned, as we will definitely be covering everything that we're getting from there. Now, how about if we talk about LG, as the company has been in the spotlight a lot, particularly after the launch of the Wing. Now, we heard that there are two prototypes in the works, one that is a successor to the V series, and another which is Project B, which is apparently another one of their Explorer smartphones. Project B is reportedly that rollable phone they showed at the Wing's announcement, and according to these new patents, that's what we're getting. These patents show that the phone will look like a regular phone when it's in normal state, but not as chunky as the Wing. Then you'll be able to extend the frames from the sides, basically turning it into a tablet. LG will apparently be using saw gears and other components, as well as a mechanism to help the phone roll out smoothly. We know that the Wing is mainly aimed at productivity, but with this form factor, it might be aimed for content consumption, or actually both. Honestly, it looks too good to be true. I hope it is true, and if it is, let's see if they could nail that time frame, which we hear is going to be March. Now, how about if we talk Samsung? The company has launched a couple of fan edition smartphones, particularly after everything that happened with the Galaxy Note 7. Makes sense, and we got to see the S20 fan edition, which I actually recommended as a really good phone. Definitely go watch my review of the S20 FE, which I will be linking. Well, it looks like the company doesn't want to stop. On typical Samsung fashion, the S20 FE's landing page from Samsung Brazil shows us mentions of the Galaxy Note 20 FE. The fine print states that the Note 20 FE has a 6.5-inch screen, or 6.3 inches diagonal when you account the rounded corners, and sure, this could be a typo considering that this is the same size as the S20 FE, but there are other multiple mentions of the Note 20 FE in other places. On the other one, they detail the benefits of the night mode, even showing some pictures, and of course, all of this might just be speculation due to the typo, but Samsung is known to leak their own stuff. Now, how do you feel about that Galaxy S20 FE? I'm trying to understand that mentality, because like Samsung drops prices very early in the cycle of a product. We'll see how that Note variant handles itself, because I feel like they should just drop the price on that thing. And guys, we have partnered with today's sponsor, Subcase, for two major reasons. The first one being that they do offer some of the best and most affordable cases in the market. Those of you looking for a full rugged experience, there's the award-winning UB Pro, made of a high-quality hard polycarbonate and shock-absorbing TPU. You get all the texture and grip you need along with 20-foot drop resistance, and I really doubt that you'll find a better quality solution that includes a kickstand and a belt holster for just $20 on Amazon. Then there's my favorite, the new UB Vault, made of a shock-absorbent TPU material with a carbon fiber texture and a wraparound bumper that offers ultimate drop protection, along with a built-in credit card holder. Simply search iPhone 12 case by Subcase on Amazon to find their options. Second, because they are giving away an iPhone 12, and the giveaway is almost over, so follow the link in the description, enter promo code Pocketnow100, that'll give you an extra 100 entries to participate. And finally, the hottest news today have to do with Apple. Can we just hand it to Cupertino? They have been crazy busy when it comes to events this year, and we've got one more coming up. The company just sent out press invitations for a One More Thing event that will happen on November 10th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard. Going through the checklist, we already got the iPhones, we got the iPads, we got the watches, so we're waiting for the Apple Silicon Macs, which could pretty obviously be that one more thing. There's been a ton of speculation and reports on what we're getting here. A new Love the Dream tweet reads 13-inch x 2, hinting to two different models, but then back in July, Meng-Chi Kuo also said that we'd be getting an updated 14.1-inch model and a 16.1-inch MacBook Pro. And that other Love the Dream device could probably be the MacBook Air. Now, staying with the Macs, but speculating ahead, there's also a new report from Bloomberg that claims that Apple is also developing a new Mac Pro that looks like the current cheese grater, but it's bringing a smaller form factor that's about half the size. As of right now, we don't know if this model will replace the current Mac Pro or if it's going to launch in addition to that model with Apple Silicon chips. Sadly, the report also mentions that Mac Pro is actually not coming until later, which could hint to 2022. And obviously, we know that there is a new iMac in the works that will also bring Apple Silicon. Obviously, we're hoping to get AirTags and the new AirPods Studio at this event. We don't know if that's going to happen, but regardless, let us know in the comments down below, are you excited for Apple Silicon Macs or not? Because in my case, I am, but there's a reason why I still bought a 16-inch MacBook Pro a couple of months ago. And it has everything to do with, I do understand that Apple's curse of the early adopter when it comes to Macs hasn't necessarily been the best, though it could change. In the past, that had a lot to do with their dependency on other suppliers like Intel, for example, where now Apple is in full control of the entire, or at least most of the process of building a Mac. So it could just be that this is actually going to be a good change. I don't know. I'll still buy one and I'll tell you if it's worth it or not. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Also follow us on social media as our extended coverage happens on Instagram. And follow me on my personal handles to see me, I don't know, still working election day. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.